Well, I will try to show you how executing a state which has been stored in disk is recovered from scratch when some request arrives, some HTTP request arrive. In this program, I have three different endpoints. The difference with the normal endpoints is that each one of the endpoints depend on the previous one. If this first endpoint is not is don't receive a request, the second one is not available because it's a sequence. The first wait for a string. If I execute the program again from scratch, you can see that after compilation, just a second. Okay, this is what the first endpoint displays. It connects, of course, to the port 8000, and it waits for a request with this looking, with a parameter of kind string. If this request is not answered, if this endpoint do not receive a string, the second endpoint do not appear. But because we did this flow previously, the answer of all the endpoints of these two first endpoints has been received. I answer to the first with this URL plus the string hello. I answer the second one, which has different continuation number, which is this number. For the second endpoint, this number varies, and it waits for another string I put in the previous execution, the string word. So the application, the program has stored already the answer to these two previous endpoints. So when I try to call these this third endpoint, because I know is URL, because I annotated it, is this one with a different number of continuation. In this case is 5,000, 4,000, 4,000. While in the first was this. If I execute this, normally this endpoint, if I execute from scratch, as is the case now, the program will fail because there is this endpoint will not be reachable. But because I have the executing state already stored, when I send this request, the program will recover from the disk, from the registers, the executing state, and answer this request. And that's it. So the program recovered the state until just this point. At this point, it has the answer to the previous request, hello and word, and just the continuation received the third parameter, which is word 2, and print the result. That's how executing state is recovered in this in transient, and this is something that I just managed to do to program it successfully. This is necessary for very long during computation, which has a lifespan which is greater than the mean time between shutdowns. so that the program will survive the shutdowns. This is important for kind of application like smart contracts, which may run for years, for months or years or weeks. Thank you very much.